All right, so how to backlink correctly. This is a really big one. I've noticed this increasing in importance over the last year or so. Um, Less and less I'm linking to sites with heavy PBNs, or like really heavy guest posts, or like all PBNs or all guest posts, because I'm finding that you're more likely to find success when you mix up your linking. Okay, all my projects where I do like this project, like precision mold removal, where I mix up my linking styles, always seem to do very well. The sites that I hit with like just PBNs, a lot of them still rank, but I also have a lot more higher rate of failure for sites that I do that with, or sites that I try to rank with like all guest posts, or sites that I try to rank with all PBNs. I don't really do any type of mass linking anymore. Like even with this here, this is I'm using this example a lot throughout the OMG SEO Bible. Even this year, I'm a little heavy on guest posts. I actually described in the Over the Shoulder series, I want to go back and get some more natural style links, like a couple articles, maybe a couple Web 2.0s, find a couple more directory links, because I want to mix it up more. As you can see with this site, so know that the first thing we did was citations. Citations are one of the only links that I will do a mass submission for. Citations are still perfectly fine. They should be always fine to do a mass submission for, because they're so like any business that's serious pretty much does citations. So it's okay to do a large scale citation submission, because it's just normal. The only other type of large scale linking I would do is probably like social profiles. Like a gig like Social Viper. I always go to the lowest one though, like the 100. I don't do the 300. I'll just go with like the 100 order. Those are okay, but people do like mass directory submissions. Please never do them. I see so many sites get messed up from mass directory submissions. Or sometimes people just don't know better. They'll try to like mass blog comment. That doesn't work anymore for the most part. The more you mix up your linking style, the better you're going to do. So a lot of times, again, with a local site, I'll start with citations, but then I'll come in and mix it up as much as I can. So I did PBN, directory, guest, PBN, guest, directory, PBN, profile, article, guest, a listing, directory, guest, PBN, directory. And I kind of went a little off on the guest. I kind of did them pretty heavy, but most people, like older style OMG, were very heavy on like PBNs. And PBNs, as you'll see in the PBN section, one of my rules now is I don't like going over 15% for PBNs, and I don't like using them till later on now. The reason for that is because it's just safer to wait, because once you build trust to your site, a PBN is much less likely to hurt you. Like if something happens to the PBN and you don't use it till here, likely what's going to happen is the PBN gets penalized. You'll just lose the power from the PBN, but your money site won't get penalized. Whereas if you use it here and you did something wrong and it's your first link onto your site, you just screwed up your site. Okay, so PBNs, I've lowered the amount that I'm using them going directly to my money sites. I used to be very heavy, where I'd be like, anywhere between 50 to 100%. Now I've bumped that down more to like 10%, 15% range, 20% range for some sites, maybe if it's a more aggressive affiliate site. And that's pretty much where I am now. Even this one is a little aggressive with PBNs. That's kind of one of my newer rules. I keep it between 10 to 15% for the most part, 20% for some sites. All right, and I don't use them usually till later on in the linking process. So like these up here, I probably wouldn't have done here. I would have waited till at least here to start using PBNs. So that's one of the things, is I wouldn't use PBNs as early or as often. Mix up your linking more. Like get all different styles of links. You can do PBNs, you can do guest posts, you can do directory links, you can do blog comments, you can do articles, you can do your citations, you can do your social profiles. There's all different types of links. You can do forum links, where you're posting on a forum. You want to mix up and get as many different style of links as you can, and never do any in bulk. Like when you're doing your blog commenting, don't just go out and do 100 of them. Get a couple of them, okay? Get a couple to go through. There's your blog comments. Go get a couple directory submissions. Go get a couple articles done. Go get, a couple guest posts. you got to mix it up more. I'm finding that my sites where I do like precision mold removal, where I mix it up more and I get different styles of links and I put more time into the linking process, it's linking or it's working a lot better. Okay, again, it's not that you can't rank using one type of link resource like all PBNs or all guest posts. You can. It's just I'm finding a lower success rate more and more when I have one style of linking. Okay, so that's one of the big things that I wanted to talk about as far as linking goes and how to link correctly. Is I want you guys to focus on mixing up your linking more. Get different styles of links. Don't be stuck on one type, and don't do any type of mass linking unless it's citations or social. Okay, never do mass directory submissions. That's one of the biggest problems I see with mass submissions is a mass directory submission. Never do that. Okay, definitely never do mass blog commenting. You're not really never do mass anything besides citations or socials. They're just going to probably hurt you. Another thing that I'll talk about later is one of the reasons you want to switch that up is because you don't want a whole, like for example, guest posts. You don't want a whole bunch of guest posts where it's like you're getting a link from an inner page of a site that has some power, but then an inner page has no power. So you have all links from sites that have power, but from inner pages that have no power. It's just very unnatural, right? You want to have a mix. Or if you're doing PBNs, you're getting all sites from the home pages of sites that are really powerful. It just doesn't look natural, you know? So when you get links naturally and you get different styles of links, you know, you're mixing it up between guest posts and directory links and forum links and profile links and articles and all these different styles of links, it just naturally mixes up everything, and it just makes it a lot more natural for you, all right? And it seems to be working a whole lot better. Again, anytime I do a site like this where I really mix up my linking style, I have a much greater success, all right? So I want to make sure I talked about this because it's very important. Really focus on mixing it up more. I know we've kind of been stuck in the in the OMG community of very heavy on PBNs and guest posts. Make sure you mix in those other styles, and I think it will really help you. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.